What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're here to talk about the data download that's finally arrived here on Global. And this is just talking about all the stuff we talked about yesterday with the data mines relating to Nami Robin Super Evolution, Kizuna Clash with Perona, of course, the Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest. All of this stuff is going to be officially announced tomorrow in-game at news time. The day after that is when the Sugo Fest does go live. So we should get information in regards to what the Kizuna Clash gimmicks are likely tomorrow or the day after that. So definitely look forward to it, because when they do go live, I'll be making preparation videos for you guys in regards to that. Remember, this is a super boss Kizuna as well, so you have to prep teams for the normal bosses and for the super boss. So we'll see how that goes, of course. As we said, July 14th is when the banner is going to go live, so tomorrow the news will come out for the official announcement. The day after that is when the banner does go live. And then if we go all the way to the end of this little set of banners, we have the Support Sugo Fest, and this Support Sugo Fest is also going live at the exact same time, with Moda getting her first unit in the game as a support unit. Unfortunately, I feel like this support is just not that great, because the thing about it is it's very replaceable. You just get inflicted with one turn of paralysis and then a 10% resistance down. It's just not very usable. I mean, it is usable, I guess I kind of lied there. It is usable. The issue that I find with it is that it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't really do a lot for the amount of investments you have to put it on. A Dex Cerebral unit that is a damage dealing special. It is what it is. It's just very replaceable. But the things that are attached to this banner here, you've got the recommended units, should I say, are actually really interesting. So if you don't have this VV is very, very good, attaching to all of the Alabaster Straw Hats, aside from Nico Robin, of course, and then being able to just remove 2 turns of Threshold and also get 10% resistance down for Strength X quick on the final stage, as well as a little bit of healing, is never bad. And as I said, the fact that it attaches to so many good characters is a huge benefit to this unit. This character sees lots of use. The next one is Moria. This character doesn't see as much play. Definitely one of the best units to attach it to is versus Kaido. Being able to use his special and get a 1.3 stat bonus to that character, or attack bonus to that character, is really strong. Again, only attaches to Int Driven, and you have to use the character special. But it is a really nice support just to get a little bit of bonus damage. And then the final character, I would say this would have to be up there with probably one of the best support characters that have ever released. Mr. One and Miss Doublefinger. Just the fact that it attaches to Robin and Crocodile is massive, but it also can attach to Mr. Two, which is just a nice addition. And most people already know what this does, but when you use the character special, remove 4 turns of Rainbow Shield, 4 turns of paralysis, and get a 0.7 chain boost for 1 turn. It's exceptional. It's so good. And there's really not a lot to say. It's just amazing. So these characters are all going to be available on the Support Sugo Fest. The structure is relatively similar to what we know. The first multi is discounted at 30 gems, and you're guaranteed to get a support character at the end. But then the second multi guarantees you one recommended unit, which is one of these characters on the banner. If you don't have the VV or the Miss Doublefinger and Mr. One, might actually be worthwhile. This is your best opportunity to get those characters, as when we get these new support banners every 2 months or so, they change the recommended units each time. So if you just already have these units, probably conserve your gems for the next support banner, as these characters may cycle around. And as I said, Moda, the new support character, very replaceable, and I don't think is going to be needed. But then again, we have to see what the gimmicks are in the upcoming Kizuna Clash and the super boss exactly. I don't think this is going to be very useful, but we'll have to wait and see how things go. And then of course, looking back over at the Kizuna Sugo Fest, it's pretty much what we have come to expect. We've got the 2 new rare recruits in Hiyori and Bao Huang. Interestingly to note, Bao Huang, when I was reading through the character's gimmicks, I thought that this character definitely seems like the better unit. This definitely seems like the character that you want to have for the Kizuna, and that is the case here. As you can see, that this is the unit that has the buffed captain ability during the Kizuna. So during the Kizuna, 5.75 attack to Cerebral, 1.2 HP recovery, Int become Wano slots, and completely removes this character's own special reverse, which makes sense because her special has a gimmick to remove, or to give, -2 cooldown to Cerebral characters. It's very nice. It is unfortunate though that this character is both Cerebral and Driven, and is Int, so has synergy with the versus Kaido Beast Pirates batch. But the issue is that the gimmicks that this character has only work for Cerebral. They don't work for Driven. So I'm a little bit perplexed about that. I think it would have made a lot of sense if she had gimmicks to work with the Int-driven Beast Pirates team. Just odd that they didn't opt to do that, so it is what it is. Then you've obviously got the Hiyori, and Hiyori seems okay as well. You know, some pretty cool gimmick removal at least. And as you can see here, that she actually does not have a buffed captain ability in the Kizuna, unfortunately. But it does say, you know, it's clear that it is going to be a super boss. It says you get additional super boss coins by using her. So that's pretty cool, obviously. In terms of other characters that are boosted, you've got Doflamingo and Crocodile making a return in this Kizuna Clash Sugo. This character is really strong, and this is going to be the first opportunity we get to use this character in a super boss sense. So I wonder if this character is actually going to be useful in this event. We'll have to wait and see. Next, we've got Boa Hancock, who hasn't been back in a while, and she's a pretty good unit, very good in Pirate Rumble as well. And then you've got Nami Robin, of course, with their Super Evolution that is going to be coming out. They seem very good in their Super Evolved state, and it is a bit of a meme that this character is going to be available, but this has been a common theme moving forward in Kizuna Sugo Fests. The new Super Evolution character to come out is also pullable in the Kizuna Sugo Fest, so especially if you're like, if you're still missing some copies for their level limit break, pulling additional copies isn't always a bad thing. And then for other Kizuna units, you've got the Pudding, you've got Milky as well, who's also really good, and then we make our way back to the front. So a lot of characters boosted here. You do get a recommended character on the third multi, which is pretty decent. So if you get a red on the third multi, it's guaranteed to be Hancock, Croc, Dofi, Nami, Robin. If you get a gold, you could get one of the new units, you could get Milky, you could get Pudding, right? And of course, if you go all the way to the end, you get a guaranteed new character. There are a couple new character steps, I think. Yeah, one on the 5th does guarantee you a new character at least, but going 20 multis deep on a Kizuna banner like this, especially when we know that One Piece Day is very, very fast approaching, and we do know that there is going to be something on One Piece Day. They always like to give us a Sugo Fest on One Piece Day. A lot of people have their predictions, but we're going to have to wait and see what they have planned for One Piece Day, because I'm very excited. Hopefully it's what we think it's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. And then before we end this video, there's just a couple of other things I wanted to look at in terms of Nami and Robin, now that we can see her information in game. So one thing I wanted to have a look at is the Rumble stuff, because that information was not privy to us. We didn't know what the Rumble stuff was with the data mines. So the old Rumble ability would give your whole team level 5 recovery and level 1 guard up, so terrible. And the special 28 CT does a medium range 30% health cut, and then team 4 paralysis reduction and crit up level 3. Pretty bad. You're not going to use this character in Rumble. And then resistance would a slight chance to avoid paralysis. So yeah, quite obviously this character is not a good unit in Pirate Rumble. So I'm really hoping that with this Super Evolution they can kind of fix things up. Of course, here we have the full buffed version of Nami and Robin, and you can see that juicy 6.75 times captain ability if you have an empty slot is absolutely absurd. But let's go ahead and have a look at you can see the super switch as well, and it does have that effect to lock slots, and the base switch effect has not changed, which is cool. So let's go ahead and have a look at their Rumble stuff, and we can have a look at the actual sprite of this unit. The sprite on this unit looks amazing. Big fan of that, actually. So let's have a look at the Rumble ability. So they give your entire team 6 health, 6 recovery, 6 guard up. So definitely a bit better. Nothing really that's shouting out to me that it's amazing thus far, but seems better. 28 CT does a large range 40% health cut. That is a big buff. Previously, as we just saw, it was a medium range 30%. Going from a large range 40%, and it's a 40% health cut large range on a 28 CT. That seems really good. Targets a team for paralysis reduction, damage over time reduction, blow away percent up, and crit percent up. I don't know. I don't know if this is actually going to see play, but a 28 CT special with a large range 40% health cut seems insane to me. I think that actually might see play. We'll have to wait and see, but that does seem pretty absurd to me. As for the behavior pattern, no real changes there, and completely evades paralysis, 40% damage reduction versus driven. Yeah, look, I don't know if this is going to see play, but I don't know. That special seems pretty good. It doesn't, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see what people have in store, but you know, what teams would you really use it on? You could use it on a Free Spirit team potentially, because it is a Rainbow Rumble ability. You can literally use it on whatever you want. But in terms of synergies with this unit, either a Cerebral or a Free Spirit team. We know that Cerebral have received quite a lot of buffs recently, but Free Spirit, they're very, very good in the game. You could potentially find a way to fit them on there. but I don't know, their rumble ability isn't the best. You know, 6 health and 6 recovery. I mean, 6 recovery could have some really good synergy with Otama potentially. You know, the Otama rumble rare recruit to give you some more heals, and the guard percent up could also be very good too. It just seems very fascinating. The sprite looks good, the artwork looks good. I'm really excited to see what the special animation for this unit looks like as well. But anyways, that's pretty much all the information that we have right now. As we said, we should be getting some more information tomorrow, hopefully the Kizuna breakdown tomorrow. And if that is the case, I'll try and get a prep video sorted for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video though, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.